Hey, what's up, gang? It is about, oh, what time is it? What time is it? It is 6:16 Central Time. I'm getting ready to go out on this lovely Friday evening, meeting someone at 8:30. Um, get in shape, kids. Come on. No, this is just an undershirt. Okay, so I just washed the face with my Kiehl's Facial Fuel Energizing Face Wash just to get the schmutz off the day. I sprayed this on this morning. This is Art of Shaving's Vetiver Citron, and it's a great scent. I'm going to shave tonight. Going back to the one blade, I want to get a good shave. Vetiver Citron goes really well. Generally, it's got a slightly different note. Dog's walking through. I'm going to use a fine, fresh Vetiver soap in the white ceramic. Here's the... And matching aftershave, I'm going to throw on some Thayers. Probably throw on some 5-in-1 balm, just in case to reduce some irritation. And it's the scent. Now, a little, this is going to be also the last unboxing for a while, unless I do a trade or I get some generosity. First off, I need to thank someone. Well, I need to thank two people. Let me thank the first one, Peter Charkalis, of course. Peter messaged me. I had an issue with my Assassin, and that the post on the top cap sheared off. I probably did it. I mean, the metal, give or take what it is. I love that razor. I probably torqued it too hard, and eventually I wore it down. Well, and he messaged me today saying he was sending me a new razor, because I messaged him some time ago, and I didn't ask for anything. I just wondered if he had seen this. And I told him, you know what, no worries. I can buy another. Don't sweat it. But he said, let me see when I get back home, because he's out in California, and I will see, and I'll see what I can do. I was like, okay. But I told him, don't even worry about it. Well, I got a message saying, well, I'm sending you a new Assassin, and I got the tracking number, because he uses stamps.com and does you order from the shaving shop or the club. Know that in terms of his products, his Evelyn handling business there, you get the notification. Well, I messaged him back saying, well, I have another gentleman sending me a razor head replacement, so if you haven't sent it yet, don't worry, hold off, and if it's already in the mail, I'll happily send it back. So this brings me to thanking Ross McBee, and Ross, friends on Facebook, shaving community guy, watches my videos. And Ross, I apologize, I know it was Ross. I want to make sure I get your last name correct. So forgive me for having to look down a few times just to make sure, because I hate screwing up names. Pet peeve. So he is kindly just being a good brother and sending me a replacement razor head. It's just too aggressive for him, and he knows I love it because he's been a long time viewer of my videos. And so Ross, thank you so much for your generosity of being a good brother. I will definitely flip something back your way as a thank you, because I have too much. I'm happy to donate something. We'll talk offline because I have plenty of stuff, and I'd love to just return the favor, because it's not the cheapest razor just because it doesn't work. I mean, we're all generous, but it's still, I feel it's necessary because I like to reciprocate people's kindness. So, okay, so mail call. Now, this is not new. I got this Hulk months ago, and I've never used it. But I ordered, of course, my big Bruce, so you know how these kind of go, 26, 34 millimeters. So I went up to Razorock, and I said, well, I've been wanting that silver tip that's a little softer with the clear and black handle. I got that from Razorock. I got the Razorock 400. I liked when Bailey got it. My good mate, Chris Maiden, another cut above with Chris, got it. I really like this. And then they have the F400, Ferrari inspired. Look at this sumbitch. Hang on, let me get it in here. Or put it in here. Now look. Here's the Hulk. Bigger handle. Rough, different knots. But this, I think it's a tighter packed one, because this seems to have a little more splay. More backbone. Definitely more backbone here, yeah. But let's put it up against the 400. Give you an idea. Pretty big difference, right? So, not going to use those today. I'm actually going to use the this silver tip fiber, and we're going to get I have warm water, so I just washed. So, put some in the bowl, wet the brush. Let's get lathering, and then I will wet the face, and we'll get the brush loaded. Then I'll get lathering, and then we'll get our shave on. Tonight, 33-year-old attorney. First meeting. Seems like a very nice girl. Very attractive. Check my phone because I got messages coming in. In fact, it's her. Text me so I can have your number. Alright. Hang on one second while I do that. Okay. Let me turn the volume down here. We're back to it. Alright, let's wet the face and let's get lathering. I like this brush a lot. I've seen Chris Bailey use it. Steven, my good buddy in England, the Suffolk shaver. My movie good brother in particular. Another fine soap for a fine shave. Oh, I like this brush. A little softer. Good backbone, I mean. And going back to the Stallion, and we dry. A little dip here. So Ross, thank you so much. He's already got me the tracking number. It's in the mail. I'm excited to have my assassin back, and I will be happy to shave with it. First shave as soon as it's in the lair. So Ross, we see this. You got a favorite blade that if I have, I will use it also. And also a favorite soap if I might have, scent or brand. Or both, if I may have both. Just to give you a thank you shave for your generosity. And your support through these number of months now. Because you've been a fairly long time subscriber now. No more water. In fact, I think you were maybe my first 100, if not earlier than that. And now we're in the 540s, which I'm very thankful for. I mean, it's shaving videos. I mean, wow, this is a good brush. Nice job, Razorock, Italian barber. My goodness. Just a 24 mil. Form the blade here. Did lose a couple hairs already, but that's okay. Let's see what we got. Alright, yep, that's her. Okay, so anybody keeping up with McGregor Mayweather? It's a money grab, first of all. I totally know that. But I hope Conor gets a chance to land that left hand, because Mayweather is soft. His hands are soft. He risked a broken broken hand all the time. That's why he's an offensive fighter versus an offensive fighter. He's not a fighter. He's a boxer. He doesn't fight. Fighting means you're actually offensive. Or you counter, which means you still have an offense, but your offense is let a guy slip. Well, Conor McGregor is a great counter puncher in his own right. And yes, he does have some previous boxing experience when he was younger. I mean, he's nowhere near the amount of boxing training Floyd Mayweather has. Let's not get delusional. They're 12 years apart, a lot more experience. So I'm not saying Floyd Mayweather is by no means a bum in that regard. He's just not someone to respect. But these press conferences are ridiculous. He, obviously, all he knows how to fight and blow money. Conor is tearing him up. Like it's almost, some of my friends are saying it's WWE style, and it is. It's hilarious. He was throwing money over Conor, and Conor's like, those are ones! He said, you're 40 years old, you're wearing a tracksuit, and he's got, Conor always dresses to the nines, right? Kids, that's an old expression meaning really nicely. And he even had a custom suit, pinstriped, with the pinstripe said, fuck you. If you zoom in on it, Google it, look it up and say, Conor McGregor, fuck you suit. You will die laughing. Sorry for the language, but I'm just telling you the quote. He's all, you're 40 years old, you brought a school bag on stage. I don't do an Irish accent. You got a school bag, you can't fucking read, he says. I'd say McGregor's my boy. I mean, I know Nate Diaz, or is it Nate Diaz? Beat him that first fight, and the second fight it was Conor's fight. But Conor's as bad a money grabber as Mayweather in his own right. So I'm just rooting for him because Mayweather I can't respect. At least Conor fights. And don't say that second fight he didn't fight Diaz, because that was horse shit. You know what he did? He was suckering him in, and then he threw punches. He was frustrating. See, Mayweather doesn't even do that. If you think about it, in UFC, a loss, he wasn't even going to fight. That was supposed to be a different fight. And, Conor didn't train for it. He wasn't ready to fight at the weight class. And he got outclassed by the bigger guy who's used to fighting at that weight class. That's all there is. There's no excuses. It was short notice, and Conor took it like a man. Not in the Greek sense, like the mature adult sense of, yeah, he got beat. Yeah, One Blade put out an email about the modification they're making. And I know I made a video, some other folks made a video, but I'm sorry. I know it's not supposed to be the same exact razor. But I expected better. There was way too much slippage. The blade dances too much back and forth. And when it doesn't give you... even something... I mean, you saw my video. It took me a lot more than 3 passes to get what I considered a good shave. And I don't mean a BBS. I mean a good shave. And I don't use aggressive razors. You know me. And I'm going to shoot you straight. Do I love my one blade? Hell yeah! I love one blade. I will say it. Share this video with folks. I love the one blade. The one blade core? No, I think it could be better. I understand the material. You know, it's going to be $50 versus, you know, well, $400 isn't really a misnomer because it comes. That's the stand and the blades and the leather case. But it's still an inferior product in terms of the shave it delivers. My hair is, I consider myself kind of a middle of the road guy. My hair is not overly coarse. It's not extremely dense. I think I have normal growth. I don't have any necessarily weird patterns. And I'm sorry, guys. A buddy of mine spoke with a rep at One Blade. Talked to him. We were talking earlier. No names will be mentioned. And it's just, you know, yeah, some of us made videos. I was critical of it. I mean, and I love it. I love my one blade. My core. I'm not satisfied. And they made a modification. It's in the email. I'm going to contact them and say, yes, I'd like to exchange it because... And I talked with this representative via email. I shared my thoughts, and if he paid attention to my video, I put him head to head. Yes, no, I don't manufacture it, and I'm not in the design process. And okay, did I miss the intent? I don't know if I missed the intent. I just didn't get a good shave. I get a better shave off my Gillette Super Speed for my birthday year. A Super Speed. So I'm not going to bullshit when I see problems with a product. I mean, to me, if their whole intent was to create a milder shaver, then they missed their idea was flawed, because this is a pretty mild shaver in terms of blade feel and delivery. I mean, it's great. It's mild, but it's effective. So their intent should have been, let's deliver one for the masses that, or it can be a travel razor that delivers the same high quality shave, uses the same blade. Where you could have if you had 2 razors, one was more for travel and one was more for home, and you wanted that class of stainless steel in quality engineering, but you didn't want to take it everywhere, risk of losing what is almost really an investment in your grooming, an investment, not just a product. Why in the blue hell would you not want it to deliver the same shave? Well, I understand you probably want to vary it because you don't want everyone buying the core at the expense of your main line, your flagship product. And that's fine. But I think a good portion of the shave community, like they experience at the Big Shave West, likes class. And your price point as is already puts you out of certain markets, so you're not going to see the guys that want this get this as a substitute necessarily, because they want the toy. They don't want this. They want it. They take this for travel because they want their class shave. So maybe one way missed the mark on their idea. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. I'm talking shave bullshit today. How about that? It's just bothersome to me that it sounds like they thought, let's make a milder shave and all this stuff, or excuses for why the blade slides back and forth too much. Look, this damn thing barely wiggles. There's some, but it barely wiggles. You put it in the core. I'm just going to knock this down because you put it in the core. To me, there's much more play because you have to push it way forward to get it to. It just doesn't sit right. They needed to close that gap up. Plus, the blade is a pain in the ass to get in and out versus the V1, now known as the Genesis. Look, I had to pull harder to get it out, but it's easier when I line it up correctly. Boom, right in. So you flawed somewhere with the core, and you just don't want to admit it. People want the right experience. If you make a mistake, and say, you know, make a mistake, we back our product, and move on. Don't make customer excuses. Oh, they don't understand. You know what? You know what we understand? We understand that we wanted a good razor, and we got soft plastic protective tabs, so when you push the blade in, even with just enough effort, you tag them, it cuts through. It slides back and forth. It's harder to slide the blade in already than your stainless one, wet blade, whatever, read the instructions. It's just not the same. So I'm sorry, but in my interpretation of what wet shavers want, my own as a customer and my friends I talk to, there's a definite disconnect in terms of how you either marketed so on and so forth. Let me pause and finish up real quick. I also have to check a message, and I'll be right back. All right, for you, that was nothing. For me, that was a bit of a break. rinse it off alum block. Squeeze out the water. It's a pretty brush. I'm glad I bought it. I like it a lot. It's nice. Yeah, this is the last of my purchases. I know there's stuff out there. I know there's things. I think I need somebody to come in and help me organize my damn stuff here. Yeah. All right, so let's get out the Thayers. Yeah, nice and smooth. All right, cold Thayers, original, unscented, astringent, witch hazel, alcohol. It's gonna be a little longer video because of the pseudo unboxing or. So if I remember correctly, Mr. Smythe said, "Oh shit, let's stop." Well, let me put the balm on first. I forgot one other thing. Little delivery from Evelyn and Peter. Diamond Club exclusive. Some of you have seen pictures from other gents. I jumped in on it too. Khalifa. Dark, Oudi, Cannabis. It's nice. Not wearing it tonight. It says I got some break-ins sent for a new lady, but yeah, that was good. Man nipples, but you know. All right, so now that's in. A little fine, fresh vetiver. Let that dry in. And we're going to put this on a little later because I'm meeting the lady at 8:30. So we're going to put this on, but I'm going to be wearing this. You know, let's just put a little on now. The citrus is gives a little variation. All right. Oh, it's lovely. All right, so that's it. Have a great weekend. I will see you soon. Have a great shave. Have a great evening. It doesn't rhyme, but you know, what the hell. Take care. Be safe out there. See you all back soon for the next shave. Love y'all. Bye, kids.